I'm going to give you the 7 basic principles that I typically see in a real, proven, structured sales process. So here's typically what they look like. Number 1, how to qualify the lead. Okay, you want to ensure it's the right client that you're pursuing. Those of us that have ever had the wrong client, we know exactly what that looks like and feels like. It's not what we want. Number 2 is qualifying the opportunity. It's not enough to know that that company does business events or trade shows. You want to make sure that they are worth pursuing, that you've got the right solution. So, if you've ever pitched the right solution to the wrong client, or you pitch the wrong solution to the right client, it's because you didn't do a good job qualifying that opportunity. Number 3, and I think this is the most important, it's what we call the consultation phase. This is the discovery, right? This is where you get to ask questions and listen, and there's brainstorming, and clients talk about all their hopes and dreams and wishes for a successful event program. There's a lot of strategic storytelling going on, and if it's done well, you've established a ton of credibility and trust in the process. Step 4 is what we call the presentation phase. Now, if you're going to share anything in writing, a design, a proper written estimate. By the way, we don't do quotes in our company. They're proper written estimates. Maybe it's a capabilities brief. But anything that you're going to be sharing that talks about your deliverables, that's presented in the presentation phase. And it should be thoughtfully prepared and presented. Okay. Once you move through the next step, it's what we call, and this is step 5, the confirmation solution phase. You're confirming that solution. Look, we're not a beauty contest pageant participant. It's not, ta-da, take or leave my solution, right? Okay, we know that they're going to have feedback. We know there's going to be changes. So we know there's variables that they may come back with they didn't tell us originally. So this is a built-in step to make sure that we're planning to adjust and listen and accept all those variables and then resubmit with what the final solution is. Hopefully then we're getting the closing or the signature signals, and then we move to the coordination of order. Okay, and that's step 6. This is all the icky, nasty stuff that particularly when you're under short lead times, it's hard to get. But you've got to remember, we need all of those things like key deadlines and camera-ready artwork for the large format graphics. We need to know ship dates. We need to have the deposit and payment schedules figured out. We need a labor plan in place. We need any special attention details that they've told us about with their product factored into the plan. So we want to get all of that as we're confirming and coordinating that final order. And I think the most important thing, guys, which is the review and reset phase. This is where you're setting an appointment, okay, 2, 3, 4, however many weeks after they use your product or service, okay, in order to get feedback about how things went. Okay, I'm betting it went well if it's your company. If it didn't go well, that's a different conversation. But 8 times out of 10, what we find is when we have that review and reset meeting, okay, 8 out of 10 times, it turns into a new opportunity. Everything went great, Chris. We have another event coming up we want to talk to you guys about. It goes right back to phase 3, which is the consultation and discovery phase. And now we haven't just sold something and made a buyer. We've made a customer. We're on our way to a longer-term relationship.